Good morning, class 1. Welcome to my English class. My name is Vinita, and I do hope that all of you are safe and healthy. Remember always to mask up, to wash your hands, and to maintain your distance. So, if I enter your classroom or your homes and I just don't wish you, I don't smile, I don't greet, and I just make a poker face like this, how are you going to feel about it? And do you think it's a good thing on my part also to not smile, to not wish, not greet, not even say a big hi or a big bye? So, this is what we are going to learn today in the English class, chapter number 7, Good Manners. So, all of you, and that includes me as well, need to remember that there are few things that social skills require us to be saying. So, those are called golden words like thank you, please, sorry. So, we are going to learn to use them in our day to day conversation and also when we visit each other, when we see each other, or whenever we feel like. So, here we go. So, let's begin with learning how many of these words have we all used today. I think I used the word hello. Did you? So, whenever you enter or you see somebody, you always say hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. If you want to enter a class, if you want to enter somebody's house, you want to ask a pencil, you want to borrow something, you always say, may I? Either may I enter the house? May I borrow your pencil? May I go to the washroom? So, may I is a word that is always said to be used when you are a good mannered child. Along with may I, you always have to and should be using the word called please. Please, can you pass me that salt? Please, can you listen to me? Please, Mama, can I have one more of the slice of the pizza? So, this is how you can use the golden word called please. Whenever you think you made a mistake, or you want to just end something and not fight on, you just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mama, that I was such a bad boy today. I promise I'm going to not do this all over again. Or if there is a teacher, she's not really happy with your task, you can always say, I'm sorry, ma'am, I will not repeat. And that's how you end the incident. Then, as I said, whenever you greet somebody, even if it is an elder person, your friend, whoever, just say hi and smile like the boy in the picture is smiling. Look at the picture, full white teeth shown. So that is how you smile and that is how you say hi to everyone. Pardon me is when you don't hear something, your teacher must have said something, mama must have screamed from the kitchen, do me this favor, and you do not listen. So, what do you say? Pardon me, or sorry, excuse me, I didn't listen. Can you repeat, please? So, pardon me, excuse me is also when you want to break a line, you want to go somewhere, and there's a child or an adult who's right there in the middle of the line. So, what do you say? Excuse me, can I move? And he will be happy to give way to you. So these are your golden words. If you haven't used them, try to pick at least 2 of them and use it at home or while you're praying in the park or if you're visiting your relatives. And I'm very sure all of them are going to be so impressed by you. Do you want to impress people? Do you want that people should say, oh wow, this is such a nice child that we have, a very well mannered child. So these are the words which are going to bring in a lot of praise for you. So today I'm going to tell you a story where there is a man who's grown up, who's not a child, but even then he is not as well behaved as you are. He still has no idea how to behave when somebody is around, how to behave, how to say good morning, how to cheer up, and how to be a nice, proper gentleman. So let's go on with the story. So once upon a time, many years ago, that was the time when the birds flew upside down and there was a village. Have you ever seen a bird flying upside down? I only heard that sloths are the one who are upside down. But here, even bats. But here, it's so old that the birds had not started to learn how to fly properly and hence they flew upside down. So everyone who had a house in the village also had a field, and in their fields they grew potatoes and carrots and cabbages and all kind of other crops. So if you have a field in the village, you would know what are the crops that you are growing. So this is a beautiful village with beautiful cottages, and they're just telling us the field that they grow potatoes, cabbage, and carrots in. Now, all the people who lived in the village were very courteous and well behaved. Courteous is when somebody is not rude and they are kind and they use softer voices, except for one man who had very bad manners. So remember, if I had entered your class and I would have not said good morning and made a grumpy face, what would you talk among yourself? Ah, what is this teacher? Doesn't even smile. Bad manners. Did not even say good morning. So this is how this man was. He had bad manners. So we are going to find out what kind of bad manners did he have. Whenever anybody said good morning to the man with bad manners, he would say, blah, blah, blah. And when anybody said good evening to him, he would say, blee, blee, blee. The people would become annoyed. Annoyed is when you're upset, when you're angry. And when he did this, all of them were very upset at his behavior. And they would say, why do you have such bad manners? Why can you just not say good morning or good evening? Why do you have to say blah blah and blee blee? What do you mean by blah blah and blee blee? But the bad mannered boy or man would just not listen. For a long time, the people were not too bothered by the man's behavior. Maybe they thought, what are we supposed to do? He just doesn't listen, leave him. They knew good manners from bad manners, and most of the time, they did not take much notice of the man with bad manners. So they just ignored him. But one day he got worse. He began to go out at night and stand outside different houses, and he would beat tin cans and make terrible noises. Bang, 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 bang. Imagine you are sleeping at night, and this bad mannered man would come and start making noises, and the noises were very harsh. He used to just take the tin cans, remember? Those Coke and Pepsi can, they make so much of bad noise. And that is what he was doing. This would wake the people up and they would lean out of the windows and say, why are you making such a racket? We want to sleep. Please do not trouble us. So remember, they were saying the word please, which is good. But he would just beat the cans harder and harder, and the noise was always bang, 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 bing, bing, bong, bong. And the people simply did not know what to do with him. Remember, till now they were ignoring his bad behavior, his bad manners. They thought maybe it will just take him time to grow up and he would understand that this is a rude behavior. But because they did not say anything to this man, he thought he can get away with everything. And that is why he started disturbing all the people in the village with this noise. Now, one day, the man with the bad manners went to stay with some friends in another village. The people were so glad, so happy. Wow, he's going away. And they all gathered to watch him walk out of the town. So, if you can see this man with the yellow or red bag, sorry, not the yellow one, the red bag, and he's quietly going from there and he's kind of very happy. But look at the happiness on the faces of the other people. They are excited that wow, now we will be able to sleep at night and we don't have to look at this face because he's not going to cheer up, he's not going to wish us in any way. So everybody is happy to see him go. So there was a clever boy in the village who was very smart and intelligent. And almost all the people in the village went and asked him, what should we do about this ill mannered man? So he says, okay, let's do one thing. Let's paint the entire village in a different color so that when this man comes, he will not recognize the village, he will not even recognize his own house. And this will confuse the man. And when he's confused, he will think, oh my God, maybe I'm into a different village. And perhaps, if we are lucky, he'll just leave the village. So all of them together quickly go on and paint the entire village. After a few days, this ill mannered man, the man who did not behave very well, comes back to the village. Dear me, said the man, scratching his head. Maybe I don't come from the village after all. This doesn't look like my village. He looked around at all the villagers and then looked down at the ground. And all of a sudden, he became very, very sad. But if I haven't come to my village, then where am I? Which place is this? It's a secret, said the clever boy. But we can tell you the secret only on one condition. You must promise to use good manners and speak well and behave properly from now on. If you promise that, we will tell you the secret. So the man who did not behave well was a little sad. My God, where am I? Is it not my house? Is it not my village? And that's why the clever boy, he was also a kind one. He says, okay, I will tell you the secret, but you need to promise to behave very, very well with all of us. I promise, said the man. Please tell me, please, please tell me. And then the people all spoke at once. We painted your house on the outside. We put carrots in your field. We painted it on the inside and we painted all your furniture. And then also we rearranged it. We did it all to teach you a lesson, said the clever boy. But now that you have promised to behave yourself, we will change everything back and all of us, that is you and all of us in the village, can live happily ever after. But remember, you promised that you are going to be really nice with us. So the man with bad manners promised again to change his ways. He promised and he promised and he promised. And then the people changed everything back for him. From then on, whenever anyone said good morning, he replied cheerfully, "Good morning to you as well. How are you?" And when everyone said good evening, man, he again replied, very, very courteous manner, "Good evening to you." And he never ever banged any kind of thanks. There was no bing bang noise, nothing. And so, indeed, everyone did live happily ever after. You need to remember that if you want to be liked by others, you have to be courteous, you have to be softer tones. Please do not scream and shout. Use a softer tone. Wish each other, be happy, smile. It takes nothing. If you smile, it will just make somebody else's life beautiful. So, I do hope the story was nice and story was good and we all learnt a lesson in how we should be behaving, especially when you're living with your neighbors. Do not make any kind of noise to annoy or to disturb somebody's sleep. So here we are remembering the golden words, the words that we already know now. Please, sorry, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me. Always when you're standing in a line and you want to go, please say the word excuse me and then go. Sorry is never going to hurt you. Do say your apologies whenever you think you made a mistake. Thank you, please, you're welcome are the sweetest words that you can ever use in your conversation. All right, so if you want to compliment each other, compliment if you want to praise somebody, and make somebody's day really happy and memorable, what are the things that you must say? What are the words that you must say to him or her? I think you are looking great, or I think you are beautiful, or I think you have such a beautiful face. I like how you dress up. I like how you cook. I like how you make the sweetest cakes. I like the way you are. I like the way you are. I do not want to change you. Thank you for everything, Mama, that you do for me. Thank you for the wonderful lunch that you prepare. Thank you for making time for me to sit and finish my homework. So you are good at painting, art, music, or you're good at everything that you do. You were a good friend when you spoke very well and nicely with me. Now you hardly speak to me. So you were a good friend when you smile. It was nice of you to have come and checked on me, especially if there is somebody who's sick, who's in the hospital. So what is he going to say? It was so nice, it was so thoughtful of you to have come over and looked at me. Good job. Every time that you do something nice, your teacher or your parents would always say, "Good job done. Show me your thumb." Yes, good job done. You worked really hard at maths today. I'm so proud of you. So these are the ways that you can always compliment your friends or whoever you want to. So if you want to be thoughtful, remember you have to be generous with your things, with your words, with your kindness. Be cheerful, be always happy. Cooperative, always remember that the more you cooperate with each other, it would be always better for you. Even your class tasks, your homework tasks, everything is going to be good if you cooperate with each other. Be helpful. If somebody has forgotten the pencil, just give it to her. That doesn't really give much away. Respect each other's privacy. If somebody specially has a phone, don't try to overlook what is he chatting, what is he watching. So we need to respect each other's privacy. Don't be bossy, I have to have this. No. The proper way to say is, can I please or may I please borrow this? Take care of your personal property. Remember when you go to school, two most important things, your tiffin and your water bottle. You do not take care and then you come back home and mama is angry. So remember that you take care of your personal property because you should be responsible for it. Do not put people down or say anything which is rude. Don't say, I don't like you. Go away from here. Shut up. These are things which are not to be said to anyone. So let's revise. What should you say if you walk in front of someone? What do you say? Excuse me. So we are going to match it. Letting someone use something you are using is called sharing. So if I don't have a pencil or a colors, I'm going to take from you. So that's called sharing. When you ask for something, you say, what do you say? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Thank you. When you receive a gift, you send a what? Thank you card. If your parent asks you to do something, you show them what? Respect. Remember, respect is always given. The way you give respect is going to certainly come back to you. If you make someone else upset or sad, what do you say? I'm sorry. I won't repeat it. If someone is having a bad day and you see them upset, what do you say? Are you okay? Is there something that I can do for you? How can I help you? So, do continuously ask if there is something wrong with that person. And the last one, when you meet someone, you say, nice to meet you. Or you can always say, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. So these are your phrases, your questions, and when you have those phrases, these are the correct words that we use if you want to be a good mannered child. So there is this picture where you have two girls who are sitting and I think somebody is asking something. So should I use sorry, please, thank you, excuse me? What should we use? And then the second picture is that the first one is going and the second one is kind of running after her. Maybe she wants to go before her, reach somewhere before she can reach. So do we use sorry, please, thank you, or excuse me? The third picture is there is a lady who's gifting something to somebody. Oh, I wish I could have a gift too. So what do you say? Do you say, sorry, I don't need a gift? You say, please, or you say, thank you, or you say, excuse me. And then there are two men, I think, who are fighting. So if there is a fight, something nasty happens. What do you say? Do you say sorry? You say please? You say thank you? Or excuse me? So these are your four pictures with those four words. You are going to find out what are the words that you should be using and matching with this picture. Easy? All right. So this is your homework. Now you have to make a list of good mannered words. Remember all those golden words that we did. So when you go to a worshipping place, it could be a church, it could be a temple, it could be a mosque or any other place that you go for worshipping, just give me 5 words which are good mannered. How you enter, do you greet the person? If there are elders, how do you greet them? Do you sit to pray down? So when you're sitting and there's somebody already there, what do you say? When you're praying, do you fold your hands? Do you sit with your knees joined? When you get up, when you're leaving, do you say bye-bye? How and what are the words that you use? Make a list of all of them. If you have a notebook, make it there, write it there. It's going to be a practice with your spelling also and your writing also. So bye-bye for now And I do hope that in our daily life, we do use the magical words that we just learned. So, bye.